Hello.
Hello. Good
Dr.
afternoon, sir.
Pornima.
Good
How are you?
afternoon, sir. Yeah, I'm fine. What's about you, sir?
Uh,
Yeah.
so let's start your intro.
Yes.
First, okay. First, give me brief about yourself.
Okay, sir. First of all, thanks to giving me this opportunity to introducing myself. My name is Pornima Vagmare. I'm from Nanded. I completed Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science stream. I have 1.5 year experience in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And about my strengths, one of my greatest strengths is I'm a good team player. Second one is as my name is Pornima, it's meaning of full moon. Like that, I will do my work with full of energy. And third one is I'm a smart worker as well as hard worker. Yeah, that's all about me.
Okay. Uh, as you said, you have 1.5 year experience. So
Yes.
in that experience, what you done and what you done for your company.
Uh, uh, my profile is a UI developer. I basically used HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and ES6.
In give me any example where you work creatively for creating new UI.
Yeah, sir. One of my strengths as well, I'm a creative minded person and I'm an artist. I like to play with colors and use something which is look good. So I always try to make that unique thing and which is look too good.
Okay. Do you have any example where you use
Uh, I created sir web pages like in that I use some color patterns and like font styling.
okay. Why you want to resign your current organization?
Yes, sir. I want to looking for change because I think this is the time to expand my horizon and to grow myself in professional and financial manner.
Okay. Okay. Tell me some of your strong points and some of
Uh,
your weaknesses.
yes, sir. My strength, as I told you in introduction, that I'm a good team player and I will do 100% of my I will do my 100% to do any work. And my weakness is when someone beats an animal on road or somewhere else, I'm not able to see that situation. It hurts me.
Okay. It means you are a pet lover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any pet?
Just recently I got married, so in my laws, I don't have any pets. But at my home, I have three cats.
Okay. How do you feel about reporting any younger person as
What's
your
up?
man? How do you feel when your manager is younger than yourself?
Uh, as per me, age doesn't matter.
Okay.
Uh, the knowledge and ability to work is matter than age.
Okay.
In my current organization, I'm working in team. There is no some of people are younger than me, but they have little great knowledge about. I will learn from them also.
Okay. Do you have experience in working with team? If any condition happen, you have to work individually. Then,
Yeah, I will do. I will do that work. Um as I told you, I will do my 100%. So
okay.
I will use my knowledge to solve that problem.
If at any point, if company doesn't have a suitable project for your profile, then they want to work on another profile. So, are you suitable for that? Are you
Yes,
suitable?
sir. Yes, sir. I'm always. I'm always want to learn new things.
Okay. Okay. As you said, you have a HTML, CSS in your
Yes.
experience. So, what is the HTML?
HTML stand for Hypertext Markup Language, which is used to create a web pages.
Okay. What is the difference between HTML and HTML5?
Yes. HTML5 is more semantic than HTML. HTML5 having multimedia tag like audio, video tag. Previously, means in HTML4, the temporary data is stored in cookies, and in HTML5, the data is stored in the, database or web storages, local storage or session storage. And doc type declaration in HTML5 is shorter and simple, and some elements like nav, header, footer, main, articles are available in HTML5, and HTML5 gives us some APIs like web storages, fetch API, geolocation, clipboard, drag and drop. Yeah, that is different between HTML and HTML5.
Okay. As you said, in HTML5 there are lots of section, header, footer are available. So
Yes.
what's happened? Why we need that?
Um, Miss, we can understand easily. This is an header section. This is an footer section. Yeah.
Is that only reason or something else?
Means the footer part goes at the bottom of
I-
the.
No, no. If we give any class name to any div name as a footer, so it will easily we can understand that. So why
Yeah.
HTML needed a separate section and separate header footer section? Hello.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, yeah. Now you're audible.
Mm, as of now, I used for that reason only. So header and footer.
Okay, no worries. Um, what are the types of web storage?
Hello,
Hello. Can you hear me?
so your voice is breaking.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are the types of web storage?
Web storage. There are two types of web storages: local storage and session storage. Uh, Local storage, it is used to store the data forever. Data is the forever there. We have to remove that data manually. And in session storage, the data available for the particular session, and it will get removed when the session get expired. And the session get expired like when we move from one tab to another tab, and we close the browser, then that session get removed.
Okay. Suppose there is a one div, one parent div, and it having one child div. We need to arrange child div center of the first parent div. So,
Okay.
so what CSS view you can give?
Uh, we can use a position at that parent div. We give parent div as a position relative and child give as a position absolute, and we align it that top 50 and left 50 and transform minus 50 and minus 50.
Okay. If suppose you position relative not given, then what happen?
Uh, it will not apply the property to that child div. Nothing has
Until
happened. Yes,
you tried this.
yes, I tried in.
Okay.
And one another way also we have, uh, we can use uh, uh, flex and display flex to align or align that element center. We use property display flex and align item at center.
Okay. Do you have if in HTML we want to comment some part of our coding, then what you should do?
We have to comment.
Yeah.
uh, Control shift a means we have to comment in
We want I want to comment some lines of code. Then how can I comment that?
uh, slash. We can use slash, double slash. For multi-line comment we use alt shift a.
I'm not asking a shortcut. I'm asking
Hmm,
how can I type and comment it.
comment. I'm not getting your question, sir.
Okay, no issue. We move on second one. Uh, Explain the list element in HTML.
We are having two order list and unorder list.
Okay,
In order list, it having bullet points, or in our order list, it's display in number.
is there only two lists or is there any third one?
As of now, I know that two.
Okay. Do you know Canvas?
No, sir. Only heard about it, but not that much information.
Okay. Do you know SVG element?
Um, just I heard we can use svg format also, like MP3, like SVG. I know that much information.
What is a box model?
Box model. Every HTML element is considered as a box, which are having padding, margin, border, and content.
Okay. Uh, Explain briefly.
Yeah, content means the HTML element holds the value that called as content, and padding means the space between border and content is called as padding, and margin is the outer portion of HTML element is called as border.
Okay. How can we apply a CSS to any HTML content?
By three way we can apply CSS to first one is internal, external, and inline CSS. In internal CSS we write a code in style attribute, and in external CSS we write code in another file, and that file will be get attached in HTML document by using a link. And in inline CSS uh, we write the code in HTML element by using style attribute.
Okay. Which one having a higher priority?
Inline CSS is having higher priority.
Okay. Suppose we write one uh, div and we given a CSS inlinely, externally, and internally. Which one should apply?
Uh, Inline CSS should apply to that div because specificity of inline CSS is more.
What is a specificity?
Specificity is a process. It is a process to means which CSS we have to apply. It decide which CSS we have to apply.
What is the difference between CSS and CSS3?
Yeah, CSS CSS3 support new browsers. CSS does not support that new browsers. Uh, CSS3 supports media query for the responsive web design. That is, look the web page looks good in all the devices, and CSS having standard color format. But in CSS3 we can use color in the form of gradient, or we can use RGBA. And some modules are available in CSS3, uh, like box model, 2D or 3D transformation, 2D, 3D animations, text transformation are available in CSS3.
Okay. What is the limitation of CSS?
What are limitations?
Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. What are the pseudo classes?
Um, Pseudo classes which define a particular state of HTML element, and it is right by using a double colon. For example, having three state: hover, focus, and active. Hover state means when we move the cursor to particular HTML element, and that HTML element moves to hover state. That at that time hover state get active. Let's consider one example. When we apply CSS hover on a button, one button, and we change the background color to color. When we move the cursor on that button, the color gets changed. And next one is active. Uh, Active means when we press the tab key, the state get activated. And focus means mostly the focus we apply on button. When we press the button gets in active state, and we release the mouse click on that button, it move to the hover state.
What is the difference between the display none and visibility hidden?
Yes. In display none, the HTML element get removed from the web page, and it change the structure of that particular web page. And in visibility hidden, the HTML element will be present in the HTML page, but it is not visible to the user, and it will not change the structure of that layout.
Okay. What is the difference between inline block and block?
Inline block and block.
Display block
Yes.
and display inline.
Yes. Uh, Display inline block width is always equals to its content, and we cannot apply top and bottom margin to inline element, and uh, we cannot apply width to the inline element, and the element starts on same line as a block level element. Width is always equal to 100% width of its parent. We can apply margin to all four direction to the block level element, and we can apply top and bottom margin to the block level element, and block level element always starts on a new line. And for example of block level element is ULOL.
What is the Z index?
Z index, we use Z index mm, is to give the 3D. It's when to look HTML element 3D.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. What is image mapping?
What's up?
Image mapping. What is image mapping?
Image mapping. Sorry, sir. I don't have any information about that.
Okay. What is a JavaScript?
Yes, JavaScript is a object-oriented programming language, which is used to create dynamic web pages or interactive web pages. And some features having JavaScript having some features like JavaScript is a lightweight, means it require less memory to store. And second one is uh, it is object-oriented, means everything in JavaScript is an object except the primitive data types. And third one is inheritance, means the child function can grab all the information or properties of its parent function. And we are having first class function in JavaScript, means the function we can assign the function as a, we can declare the function as a variable.
Okay. What are the data types in JavaScript?
There are two data types in JavaScript, primitive and non-primitive data types. Primitive data types holds the value and non-primitive data types holds the references. In primitive data types, there are a string, number, boolean, undefined, and null. And in non-primitive data types like array, object, function.
Okay. Do you know hosting?
Yes, sir. Hoisting is a default behavior of moving all the declaration at the top of the current scope.
Okay. Uh, when we declare any variable by using a const keyword, so then what's happen?
Hoisting is possible at there, but we can access it. We cannot access it before initialization.
Okay. Are you sure about that?
Yes, sir.
What is the cohesion?
Uh, what's that?
What is the cohesion?
Correlation is a conversion of one data type into another data type.
Okay. If they have any types,
No idea about that, sir.
what is object?
Um Object, we can store multiple data or information in the form of key and value pair.
What is the function?
Function is a block of code uh, uh, which is used to which is relationship between input and output, and the uh, its uses use of function is reusability.
Suppose I want to create a new array. So
Okay.
how can I create
Means just we want to create an array.
array? I want to create an empty array. So how can I create?
Let declaration of empty square bracket.
Okay, this is one type. Another one. Is there any other types as well to create our
What's
array?
up?
Is there any other types to create an array?
I don't know.
Okay. What is a callback function?
The function which passes to another function as a argument is called as callback function. And
Okay.
callback function is used to handle asynchronous behavior of JavaScript.
Okay. Suppose I want to eliminate. or remove third element from array. So how can I supposed to do?
Uh, we can use delete and directly write the index number, and this is one method. And second one was we can use splice. In that splice, we write the uh, first argument as index number 2, and in second argument we write the 1 because we have to remove one element.
Can we apply delete method on array?
Yes, sir.
Delete is the array method, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know call apply bind method?
No, sir.
Event bubbling.
No, sir.
Okay. What is void zero?
Void zero. No, sir. I don't have any idea about this.
What is the first order function?
First order function. The function which store as a value is called as first order function. So first,
What is nan?
sorry, sir. I don't have any idea.
Do you know nan? Nan.
Not a number.
Okay.
And no,
So what's supposed to is nan?
it check that value is number or not.
Okay. What are the possible values ways to create any object?
We can create an object by constructor way by using new keyword, and in literal method means directly create an object.
What is the difference between a slice and a splice method?
Slice having two parameters, and slice is used to extract particular elements from an array, and it will not modify the original array, it returns a new array. And in splice we are having three arguments, and first is uh, index number from where we delete or add the elements, and second one was how many elements we have to delete, and third one is uh, which value we have to insert in that array, and it modify the original array.
Okay. What is the difference between double equal to and triple equal to operator?
Double equal to check only the values, not data type, and strictly equals to check value as well as data type.
Okay. Why we use the late keyword to assign any variable?
uh, we use let keyword for the scope purpose also. Means we have to create a function or block scope. We use the let keyword, and for the to avoid the redeclaration of the variable, we can use let keyword.
What is closure?
uh, Closure, uh, when a parent function re- one when a parent function returns a child function, it creates a scope, that scope called as a lexical scope, and that when we return that parent function, it returns the child function. uh, that child function grab each and every property of its parent function to the outside of that parent function. It's called as closure.
What is scope?
Scope means availability and accessibility of a variable, and there are two types of scope: local scope and global scope. Uh, Local scope means it's also called as functional scope. The variable which is accessible only within the function is called as local scope, and global scope, also known as window scope, the variable which is accessible throughout the program from where it is declared.
Okay. Suppose I want to add any string in a local storage. So how can I?
Uh, we want to add any string on local storage.
Yeah.
Set item, we use set item to store the data in local storage.
Okay. What is the difference between undefined and non-defined?
Undefined means we declare the variable, but we did not assign the value to that variable. And not defined means we not define the variable and we are trying to call that variable.
Okay. What is promise?
Um, Promise is a JavaScript object which is used to handle asynchronous behavior, which are having four state: pending, fulfill, reject, and settled. When the promise is in pending state, the value is undefined, and when the promise is in fulfill state, the value is uh, the result is a value, and the promise is in rejected state, the result is an error. Uh, Promise having some benefits: it is easy to error handling, it is easy to handle the asynchronous behavior.
What is a callback hill?
Callback hell means callback chaining is also called as callback chaining. It forms a pyramid, and that's called as a callback hell. Nested callback is also called a callback hell.
Okay. What is a strict mode in JavaScript?
Strict,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Okay. I will. There is a one array. In that array, I need to remove a duplicate number. So how can I supposed to do? I send it one array in chat box.
Yes, sir.
You can share your screen and write the code.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes.
We have to remove duplicate elements only.
Yes. Yes.
Means five print only at the one time.
Right.
Yeah. Sir, here we create uh, one array, empty array, and
Okay.
we iterate the loop on that array.
Okay.
And uh, if we checking the value, and if that value is not present in that unique array, then we push that element to that array. If the value is present, already present in that array, we that element get not pushed in that empty array.
Okay. Uh, for this, you iterated by using a for each loop, right? So
Yes.
time complexity of this is very much higher, right? This is I sended you only six line or seventh elements array, but if array is a bigger than that, then it take a lot of time. So how can you avoid that time complexity? Is there any other way to write this function to avoid the time complexity?
For checking, we have to iterate that array. So every time we have to,
Do you know any set, yeah, or get method?
yeah.
Set method what done? By using set method, what will happen?
So I don't have information about set and get.
Okay, no problem. Suppose uh, I want addition up to from 11 to 50 number. So how can I achieve that goal?
Mm, at that time we use for loop, and which start from 11. I is initialized to in 11, uh, and up to what number, sir?
11 to
11.
20.
And the length uh, sh- the length of that element is I is less than or equal to 20, and we can use reduce on that.
Okay. Can you write that?
Yes, I will try. Instead of reduce, we can directly return as I I plus equals to I plus 1.
Okay. Good. You done?
Yes, sir.
Now explain this. What will happen?
when the value of I is 11, uh, it will stored in
We have lots of time. If you want to try, you can try. If you return something, then how can you achieve
yes,
after that code?
in array we can get that addition of uh, that element. Here I create one empty array and we push all the elements from 11 to 20 in that array, and I use reduce method on that. Uh, Reduce method in that I return addition of that element, so it will return one value, one element in array, that is the addition of that element.
Why you use reduce method there?
Mm, uh, for doing addition, reduce method did means it converts multiple elements in array to in only one element. For that, I did here one operation, addition operation, to add the elements.
Okay. Do you think it is the right code?
Yes, sir. Or
Okay, no problem. Um, so how? Why I hire you?
uh, so because I'm a good team player, or I will do my 100% to my work or any task, and I love to solve the logical problems, and I'm passionate about working with new technology and solving problems.
Okay. What is the unique feature? What is the feature that makes you a unique? Because there is a lots of people who came here for interview. So why I hire you only, not them. Some of having a higher experience as well.
Yes, sir. Uh, I'm having some uh, I'm creative minded, and I will solve the problem by thinking in creative way or
Okay, no problem. Thank you for coming here and giving your time. And best of luck for your future.
thank you, sir.